Alright, so thank you guys for joining me on mile 4 of 1,000 miles of the entrepreneur. This is going to be a relatively quick little video today. The other ones have been 6 minutes long, 7 minutes long, 8 minutes long. This one's going to be a little bit quicker. I'm just going to go over just 2 or 3 things with you. One, as you can tell, I'm in a corner now because the more videos I make, the more ideas that I get to make it more interesting for the viewer. So y'all can actually start sharing this shit so I can get more than 6 or 7 views per video. Alright, so if you see this, do me a favor, share the fuck out of it. Tell your friends, like, comment, subscribe. The more, the more videos I make, the more interesting they're going to get. Like I said, that's the point. I liked the fact that my first video was shitty because by mile 1,000, 2.5, 3 years from now, you're going to be able to tell a huge fucking difference. Now, I got in this corner because right here, I'm going to put a bookshelf, and that is going to lay out all the books that I'm going to be reading. Like I said, the more books I read, the more knowledge I acquire. Knowledge is power. So the idea is that the more books you see lined up here, the more successful I get. But I don't want to put them up here yet until after I read them, so proof that I've read them. And then right here, we're actually going to lay out, each time I complete a step in my business, I'm going to lay out a piece of paper basically saying that that step has been completed. Now, one of the things I wanted to go over as I was watching Gary Vaynerchuck this morning, and he said something that was actually really interesting. He said, stop thinking like a consumer and start thinking more like an owner in terms of being an entrepreneur. Basically what he means is, for instance, what do I interest? I don't really buy a lot of Apple products. I buy a lot of Samsung products. But let's just say you are a person who really likes iPhones or really likes Samsung, and you're constantly buying their products, When you buy a share or stock in a particular company, you become part owner. You can actually go to the shareholders meetings if you wanted to, right? So can you imagine buying a stock in Tesla and be like, you know what, I'm going to go to the shareholders meeting and meet Elon Musk. Or back in the day, I'm going to go to a shareholders meeting, I'm going to meet Steve Jobs when Steve Jobs was alive. So that really hit me. It's like, why not start thinking like that? So if I am consistently buying Samsung products, or if I'm consistently buying HP laptops, or if I really like video games, why don't I just buy, even if it's 1 or 2 shares in that? How much money, I mean, if I get a return on that investment, or Starbucks, if you go to Starbucks and you buy a $4.50 latte and you actually buy a share in that and you're getting a return on that, eventually that latte is only costing you $1 or even free because you're getting so much return on your investment if, Starbucks is doing good. So that was interesting as hell. I was like, why not start thinking like an owner instead of just a consumer, right? Start buying stock in the things that you actually like, right? Now, if you see that the stock is doing terrible, something like that, I mean, that's following market trends, something I'm actually just now getting into, so don't take my advice, to heart as far as like what stocks to buy or anything like that. But I like the idea of thinking like an owner instead of a consumer. All right, so that's some food for thought. Let's see here. Other than that, that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you guys today. Like I said, quick video. I thought that was interesting. Stay tuned for tomorrow when we do mile 5. I'm going to go a little bit more in detail about Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Just real quick, a lot of his just key points, basically. Like I said, keep it short, keep it fun. Other than that, I'll see you tomorrow for mile 5. Catch you later, guys.